Hello, my name is Jess and I'm a writer. I had my first book published in 2025 and I discovered many new authors. This PowerPoint will present the books I hope to read in 2026. Okay, here are the books that are already on my shelf and I really want to prioritise reading. We have The History of Sound by Ben Shattuck. I did see the trailer for the film of this and it looked so beautiful, very much up my street. Didn't realise it was a book until later, but I'm definitely excited to get to this. I also have What I Saw, Reports from Berlin, 1920 to 33 by Joseph Roth. This is one that I think I've read bits and pieces of, but I haven't read it in its entirety and I would really like to get to it. And then I also have Why Britain is at War by Harold Nicholson and Sword of Bone by Anthony Rhodes. I would like to read these two for research purposes because I'm working on a writing project that is partially set in the Second World War. I also have Soft, A Brief History of Sentimentality by Ferdinand Mount, and Tom Bombadil by Tolkien, and Moomin Papa's Memoirs, a real mix of books to be read that are on my physical TBR. I think these two are going to be great summer reads. I especially am really looking forward to reading this sitting outside in the garden. And this is a non-fiction book that I just think sounds really, really interesting, and it was half price, so I picked it up. Okay, these are the books that I would like to buy to read. So we have Black No More by George S. Schuler, A Shadow of Myself by Peter Flam, The Life to Come and Other Stories by Ian Forster, and The Passion by Jeanette Winterson. I really want to read these stories because I am so close to finishing Morris by Ian Forster, my first Forster, and I love it so much. I really want to read more of his posthumous queer fiction. Okay, I would also like to, if possible, get to these two books of Irmgard Kunz, Child of Nations, Child of All Nations, and Ferdinand, the Man with the Kind Heart. I did mention in my last video that I read two of Irmgard Kunz's books last year, and I would love to read more. I think I'm more drawn to reading this one first because it is set in the immediate aftermath of the war in Berlin, I think, or is it Frankfurt? I can't remember. And also the Impressionist painting on the front is just really gorgeous. I would also like to get to the rest of Kafka. Whether this happens this year, I really don't think I will get to all of these this year. But if I do, I will be very happy, and I absolutely want to get these specific editions. I have the castle in this edition, and not only are the covers really cool, but the Oxford World's Classics have such great content. They have a really good introduction, they have loads of footnotes and bibliographies, and they're just a really good resource if you want to kind of read more about the text. And then if I do get to all or some of these, I will treat myself to this beautiful edition from Wordsworth Editions. Thank you for your time. This is my website, www.jesswattsauthor.com,